Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital recasts breathe new life into legacy characters. GH pulls off the nearly impossible. Fans are raving as new Michael, Lulu, and Lucas seamlessly step into legacy roles and make them their own. General Hospital has done something that's not easy in the soap world. The show has managed to recast legacy characters, breathing new life into the roles, and fans adore them. It's all about the newbies. As SoapHub reported, the kids and Outback have been stealing the show on GH lately. They aren't the only scene stealers on the ABC soap, though. New Michael, Rory Gibson, Lulu, Alexa Havens, and Lucas, Van Hansis, have quickly made GH fans forget they weren't always in those roles. No disrespect to any of the previous actors or actresses in these roles, because they were all great, but the newbies are on fire. That was evident more than ever over the episode surrounding Monica's, Leslie Charleson, passing. A GH fan on X mentioned that after the episodes aired, writing, "Van Hansis and Rory Gibson continue to be absolutely seamless recasts. It barely registers that this Lucas and this Michael didn't know Monica / never acted with Leslie Charleson. Lulu has that Spencer attitude and spunk back that was missing for a bit. Meanwhile, Lucas' history and connections in Port Charles are finally being put to use. Then there's Michael, whose darker side has come out while also maintaining that lovable, enduring good guy side. All three characters on the show have been taken to a new level, and it's paying off in droves. The writing, along with the dynamic Havens, Gibson, and Hansis, bring to their legacy characters has been off the charts. One GH fan on X commented on the seamless transitions these stars had in taking on their roles. It really is amazing how easily Rory Gibson, Alexa Havens-Bruning, and Van Hansis all successfully handled the tough task of coming in and taking over the roles of legacy characters connected to legacy families. I feel like they've been on the show for years, read part of the X, which also gave credit to GH casting director Mark Teschner. It's never easy for soaps or fans when a new person takes over a fan-favorite role, especially when it's a legacy character. GH got a major win and was able to avoid that awkward, uncomfortable time with new Lucas, Lulu, and Michael. Yes, we know not everyone welcomed them with open arms, but they have very quickly made the roles their own, and we forget they weren't always playing those characters. Soap operas have always thrived on reinvention. Actors come and go, but the characters, the legacy of Port Charles, remain deeply woven into the fabric of General Hospital. Over its 6-decade history, the ABC daytime drama has witnessed countless recasts, from temporary fill-ins to career-defining reinterpretations. Some changes are met with skepticism, others with applause, but the magic of GH lies in its ability to make viewers forget the handoff and once again believe in the heartbeat of a character they've known for years. In recent months, GH has leaned heavily on the power of recasts to bring long-running storylines to life and to open the next chapter for fan-favorite families. Let's explore how these new portrayals are breathing fresh energy into legacy roles, and why the art of recasting keeps the show timeless. A legacy of change. Since its debut in 1963, General Hospital has introduced hundreds of characters, many of whom transcend the actors who first brought them to life. Take Monica Quartermaine, for example. When Leslie Charleson stepped into the role in 1977, she instantly redefined the character. Audiences adjusted, accepted, and eventually came to regard her as irreplaceable. The same goes for Laura Spencer, portrayed by Jeannie Francis, who herself replaced an earlier version of the role before becoming half of the most iconic soap couple in history with Luke. But what makes GH endure is not just nostalgia. It's the courage to evolve. Every recast is a gamble. Will the audience embrace a new face? Can the actor honor the past while carving their own version of the role? In 2025, GH is once again putting that gamble to the test. Nathan West. A resurrection through recast. One of the boldest moves the show has made recently is revisiting Nathan West. Ryan Paevey's original portrayal made Nathan beloved, the noble cop with a romantic streak, whose tragic death left Maxie and fans heartbroken. Bringing him back through a recast was a daring choice. Enter the new Nathan, played by a strikingly different actor, who has infused the character with both familiar warmth and a hint of mystery. The writing leans into the idea that Nathan's years away have changed him. His eyes carry the weight of survival, his demeanor is slightly hardened, and his interactions with Maxie and his son stir up both nostalgia and doesn't erase Paevey's contribution. Instead, it extends Nathan's story. Fans debate endlessly online. Is this still the Nathan they knew, or a stranger wearing his face? That question alone proves the recast has worked, because it keeps people talking and tuning in. Lulu Spencer Falconeri, a fresh take on a core heroine. Another recent return through recast is Lulu Spencer Falconeri. Emmy Ryland's take defined Lulu's fiery independence, but after the character slipped into a coma, the canvas lost a vital connection to the Spencer family. Now Lulu's back, played by a new actress who brings a raw intensity and edge to the role. She captures Lulu's adventurous spirit but shades it with vulnerability from her lost years. The recast provides the opportunity to throw Lulu directly into the middle of Port Charles drama. Her strained relationship with Dante, her children adjusting to her return, and her rivalry with Sam and Olivia reignited. Fans were cautious at first, but the new Lulu has already carved out her place. The chemistry she brings to scenes with Dante suggests not just a rekindling, but a more adult love story, one shaped by trauma, forgiveness, and growth. Rick Lansing, a shocking reimagining. When GH recently reintroduced Rick Lansing, it chose to take a different route entirely. Known for years as the morally ambiguous brother of Sonny Corinthos, Rick has been portrayed by Rick Hurst since 2002. But in a surprise twist, the show introduced a recast Rick who feels colder, sharper, and far more dangerous. The change was initially jarring. Hurst brought layers of charm and guilt to Rick, making him a villain who could be redeemed. The recast pushes Rick deeper into antagonist territory, suggesting his years away hardened him into someone who could rival even Sonny. It's a gamble, but it has already paid off in terms of storytelling. The Corinthos family has been destabilized by Rick's renewed vendetta, and Port Charles suddenly feels like a chessboard where Rick's every move threatens to topple alliances. Why recasts work, and when they don't? The success of a recast lies in two things: writing and performance. If the writing leans too heavily on nostalgia, the recast feels like an impersonation. If it ignores the character's history, it risks alienating longtime fans. The sweet spot is when the new actor honors the past while taking the character somewhere new. Fans still debate past recasts, Billy Miller's Drew Kane versus Cameron Matheson's, or Tamara Braun versus Sarah Brown as Carly Corinthos. Some changes were embraced, others rejected. But the very fact that these debates persist shows how deeply invested viewers are in Port Charles. Soap fans have long memories. They remember lines of dialogue from 20 years ago, betrayals that happened in the 90s, weddings, funerals, and resurrections. Recasts work best when they treat the audience as part of the history, acknowledging what came before while promising something fresh. The future of recasting on GH. If recent history is any indication, General Hospital isn't done with recasts. Whispers are already swirling about possible returns for Lucky Spencer, Serena Baldwin, and even Brenda Barrett. Each of these would require careful casting, but each also offers the chance to connect new viewers with the show's legendary past. In many ways, recasts are GH's secret weapon. They ensure the legacy of the Quartermaines, the Spencers, and the Corinthos family continues even as actors move on. They allow writers to revisit unfinished business, expand family trees, and shake up dynamics. Most importantly, they remind fans that Port Charles is a living, breathing place where stories never truly end. Conclusion: change is the constant. The beauty of General Hospital lies in its endurance. 60+ years on the air means faces will change, voices will shift, and fans will need to adjust, but the soul of the show remains intact. Recasts, when done right, don't diminish legacy characters. They preserve them. They keep the hospital bustling, the mob wars raging, the romances burning, and the secrets bubbling to the surface. As viewers watch Nathan, Lulu, and Rick re-enter the fold under new portrayals, one thing becomes clear: Port Charles is still alive with possibility. Each recast is not just a change of actor, it's an invitation to fall in love all over again.